Rotrud Steiger has lived across the street from Hitler's birthplace for some 50 years, and she's heard it all before. She thinks the matter has been blown out of all proportion.
In my opinion, this house, well, he only lived in that house for 14 days. He was just a baby.
A baby who would grow up to become the most notorious criminal of the 20th century. Austria's interior minister would just as soon have Hitler's birthplace torn down. The owner has dropped out of sight and remains unavailable for comment. Not even Braunau's mayor has ever negotiated with her in person. Now, the state has decided to expropriate the building.
This expropriation is a bit dubious. The idea that a nation of laws like Austria can just expropriate a building. Many people here are saying that's not right.
It's also the topic of discussion at SIMBOCK's tobacco shop. What should be done with the Hitler house?
Even if they leave an open pit, people will still know what it used to be.
Postcards of Hitler's house are for sale here, ostensibly because of the memorial stone in front. It was brought here from Mauthausen concentration camp as a reminder of the crimes of Nazism. Martin SIMBOCK thinks the building itself can serve that purpose.
The building shouldn't be torn down, but used in a responsible way. To educate people about history and work against fascism, for historical and academic work.
Several of his customers also oppose the interior minister's plans.
They just want to tear it down to keep the idiots from gathering there every April 20th, the die-hard fanatics. But there are other ways to stop that. You don't have to tear the building down.
But the government wants to keep the house from becoming a place of pilgrimage for right-wing extremists. Even if they've been showing up less frequently, they don't limit their appearances to Hitler's birthday, April the 20th. The IKG Jewish community in Vienna also sees demolition as the best solution.
Nobody can say how the ownership of this building might develop in the future, or how the local political structure might develop. But once the building is torn down, it's gone and can't be rebuilt.
Tearing it down would not be as final as it seems. Some political analysts see that solution more as sweeping the problem under the rug.
It'd be like a death sentence for the building. But if I just blew it away, I wouldn't have the opportunity to re-socialize it, to deal with it.
Andreas Meislinger is calling for Hitler's birthplace to be redefined as a house of responsibility, where young people from all over the world can learn about Braunau and delve into their own history. He's collected over 4,000 supporters for his initiative over the internet. But Hitler's birthplace isn't Braunau's only problem. The name itself recalls the brown uniforms of the Nazi Party members and the SA. Some people would prefer to rename the town. Rotrud Steiger is just as much against that idea as she is against tearing down the house where Hitler was born.
It won't change history. It would be nice if you could just tear down a building and change history, but I see no point in it. Besides, what would they put there?
No one can answer that question yet. Braunau will continue to search for a way to rid itself of the ghosts of its past.